je t'emmène sur ma planète. Ici c'est pas comme à l'école. Tu verras c'est super chouette. Entre adultes on fait la fête. Un des Roxat est à l'école.
Okay.
Walking to another dimension, a little bit high, a little bit low. It's just another form of dementia. You gotta get on top, the king of the road. I sing it la 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 la. You know you got it. King of the jungle, la 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 la. You better own it. King of the jungle. Ici partout c'est la jungle. À Paris, London ou Bangkok. Ici bâtard.
That's a good looking one.
Liane qui l'étrangle, s'est pris les pieds dans ses dreadlocks. Walking to another dimension, a little bit high, a little bit low. It's just another form of dementia. You gotta get on top, the king of the road. I sing it la 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 la. You know you got it. King of the jungle, la 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 la. You better own it. King of the jungle. So you wanna be king? C'est la jungle. You wanna be king of the jungle? Your life is a dream. Un jeu d'épingle. You wanna be king?
I think a little bit more space on the right.
You know you got it. King of the jungle. La 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 la. You better own it. King of the jungle.
Okay. I'm gonna construct the middle, or at least what I think is the middle. I think it's something like that. I kind of see that this part is just a angle. And that angle repeats. The hood should be around here somewhere. Something like that. The other side of that. Hey, Reggie, what's up, dude? How's it going? Top of the morning to you. Oh. Still trying to wake up. Kinda got overslept, so feel like I'm not sleeping enough, but it's the opposite that's true. I think I've slept for like at least 10 hours. At least 10 hours. Okay, I think I have some of the form constructed now. The wheels. What you working on? The wheels. More anime, less anime. Draw some cars, man. I don't know. Nothing? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the fall has started. Fall. Oh yeah? That's good. That's good. Always gotta keep studying. The grill. School report stuff, man. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. School stuff, man. I always look back and cringe. All the stuff that I did in school. The memories feels good, man. No, it actually feels terrible, but usually you have to tell people, otherwise they're gonna be like, oh no. I don't know, I have a lot of bad memories that like keep replaying. It's always some cringy shit I did and I regret, but it's like too late to regret. Should have had foresight or something like that. I don't know. Too late to care, but I still do. Weird. The students are all right. Well, it's usually the people are good. It's the way it works now is so different since when I went to school. They have everything is so different in America. They changed over to like a completely different system now. Who knows, man? Do people even go to school anymore? I don't even know. Oh, this part has to be lower, I think. Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can always spend your time doing, you know, engaging in your own projects, and at least, yeah, at least that. In American school, they don't give you homework anymore, so you can actually have your own free time. Homework is oppressive, apparently. Yeah, here we go. Here's the under. You think so? I feel like I'm just sleeping through it and not rushing. 'Cause usually I do these a little too quick, and you're supposed to do them. Right now, I feel like, man, I had the weirdest fucking dream. It was so strange. I usually don't dream because my dreams just take a lot out of me. So I was like a character of some sort in a sci-fi universe. And so like the main thing I can remember right now is that I was strapped to some kind of weird machine that would throw me down a hole, and this hole was like gigantic, and I was on this like elevator, and this would repeat over and over again, and it would lower itself. It would lower itself down, and then like I would plunge down this hole, and it was like miles of hole into the earth. And then eventually it was like I spent a decade doing that. I don't know how you survive. It's sci-fi, so I guess like I don't know, anything could be possible. Maybe I was like a prisoner or something. Anyway, but somehow this like psychologically breaks you, and you become a totally different person. And for some reason, your physical body also changes. I don't know. It was really weird. That was the main part of it that I remember anyway. Everything else is a blur, but that is pretty clear. No. No. 9. My dreams are quite adventurous. Sometimes I like to stay in my dreams. I definitely wanted out. And then it became like an FPS shooter. I don't even play shooters, so I don't even know how that works. Ellipse. God, I hate ellipses. So cup, I feel like I'm back to the boring world. Oh, I don't know. It's too much for me. All the stuff I saw was like way too much. America not ready. I really dislike wheels. I think Excuse me? Weird. Thankfully, I don't have many dreams. I have one like every year maybe. I don't dream a lot at all. Something like that. Yeah, mine are a little bit too vivid. It's almost like I'm watching a good movie. Usually. And then usually it doesn't have like a plot at all. I'm just kind of, it's more like visual exposition. I feel like my brain tries to put a plot on top of it afterwards, but I don't know. I don't think it's ever like a narrative. It's just kind of like random weird shit happening. And the real world may be boring, but at least it's not like terror. I would probably describe it as terror, man. It's definitely not boring. I mean, if I was a thrill seeker, maybe my dreams are where I would go. But yeah, again, I don't dream all that much, so. I feel like you could probably get a lot of cool painting ideas from my dreams. I mean, I could get what's it called? If I really wrote them down afterwards, because it's some trippy shit. It's stuff I've never really seen before. Like, who comes up with like a giant hole in the what's it called, in the earth that drops people down into oblivion for hours as like a method of like fucking your brain up. Not again, what? Actually, Inception is real, where you can spend time and grow old together with your cat and girl waifu. Maybe it is real. How long can your brain stretch that last second before that bullet goes through your head? I don't know. A lot of people have questioned this, actually. I think. The W word? Oh. I have to like log in to Twitch to do anything about it. Just don't say waifu or trap. Wait, try trap. Let me see. Try bear trap. I'm just curious if bear trap is banned. You know, cause like there's bear traps everywhere. Trap works. Whoa, you just said a slur. Banned. Absolutely haram. Power knowledge. That's what that is. When you have knowledge of something that is dictated by power. I was listening to a podcast about the dialogues, or Plato's dialectic. Or was it Socrates writing Plato or Plato writing Socrates? I can never get those two straight. One of them is writing the other. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's Plato writing Socrates. Anyway, so apparently they had they started the nature versus nurture debate in ancient Greece. I had no idea it went back this far. Their formulation was a little different. It was what is virtue and can it be taught? Can you teach virtue? Yes. I'm on the 50-50 side. Base centrism. But it describes virtue like, well, bravery, for instance. Can you teach someone to be brave? I think in some cases you can teach them to be more brave than they are. But not everyone is brave. There's a limit, I think. Anyway, that's why I think it's like the prototypical nature versus nurture debate. Anyway, the thrust of the dialogue was that they come at it from different points, but end up at the opposite end by the end. And then, yeah. Yeah, bravery is a virtue, sure. Bravery or courage. Out of the virtues that they discuss, I think. I just have a brief recollection of it, but bravery was definitely one of them. The Greeks had a lot of weird conceptions of what virtue is. You know, virtue ethics. Even lying at the right time could be a virtue. Knowing when to lie. You can probably look up a complete list on Google. See where that gets you. What are the Greek virtues? As long as it's used for the greater good. The greater good. Yes. Yes, I think that's how they also defined it. It's a weird conception. How does one, you know, come to an idea like the greater good? Just weird. think I'm gonna pick up this. Maybe a little bit here. In a way, even killing can be considered virtuous. Yeah, I think they... I don't know if they, I don't know if they disentangled that problem, ever. I think they did have a killing is virtuous line in there somewhere. Distinctly remember that. I'm not even sure if they had a problem with killing, like, period. The Greeks. But I mean, ethics only applied to, you know, the aristocrat class. Those who could be considered subjects. Everyone else was probably the slave in that slave master morality. Like literal slaves. Not sure about that spoiler in the back. Developing it. Developing. I think I'm only gonna do one today. I've already tricked my brain into drawing, so now I just have to... I don't know, some days I just don't want to draw, I don't want to pick up the brush. And it usually is like when I'm getting closer to the end of a painting, and then it just becomes really annoying. Spoiler is such a weird name. Yeah. Car parts. My wife wants to buy a new car, but if I'm gonna be working from home, which is so awesome. Oh my god. Theoretically, oh boy, it's a wall of text. Here we go. Pixie's going in on someone. Theoretically, if a leader of a country didn't believe a pandemic was real, would it be okay to tell him he tested positive and give him medication that gave him symptoms to make him believe the pandemic is real? Oh, that's a good question. It's a good hypothetical. Huh. It's like the trolley problem rephrased. You're kind of feeling it, except you just, instead of... I guess you could rephrase a lot of things as a trolley problem. You're defining... Or the fat man problem rephrased. My favorite reformulation is the fat man version, where you literally have to push a fat man to stop the train and save 5 people. I don't know. It's probably unethical to use the fat man in that way, to poison him, and because you could end up killing him. Standing on a bridge. There's a train coming. And the conductor is very happy. Consider the conductor. Not give him the virus, just the symptoms. Oh. Well, I mean that takes the what's it called? That takes the problem out of it. That's not fun. You should have to be forced to kill him. And then you can, you know, actually feel out an intuition of some sort. And not that moral intuitions are good. In fact, you should question those more than anything else. Yeah, it's probably ethical to like make him believe that he's actually what's it called? Maybe. I would say so, yeah, probably. I guess that is a lie for the greater good. Mindset is the hardest thing to change, so even if he recovered from a near-death scenario from COVID, I wouldn't be surprised if he was still the same. Yeah, that is another thing, is that people tend to keep their framework for interpreting facts. So the same fact interpreted through different frameworks gives you two different interpretation always. And we're always looking at the facts and we're saying like, oh, well, clearly this interpretation is right, you know? But someone else is looking at it and he's like saying, oh no, it's actually this interpretation. So yeah, I don't know how. I think it would be like, I guess the ethical question would be okay to try, rather than, you know, considering the implication, because we're always working with imperfect knowledge. We have no idea what's gonna happen, right? There's no way of predicting what his response would be. I'd probably go with it, you know. But that's, you know, that's my framework. That's not anybody's. I'm kind of like, I've already had my mind poisoned. I don't even know why I think the things I do, you know? So I think the president is going to get the best care available in the world and survive. So I don't know. I think there was an article I read where nurses were so afraid to check on people that they just left them unchecked. And a lot of people died that way. So, and that sort of negligence is fine. When we're not talking about someone like the president. So, who knows? Who knows? Literally the most important person in the country, he will get the best treatment. Yeah, most likely. He is in the group. He's in almost all the groups of risk. He's overweight. He's old. I think he has a heart condition. I hope they're giving him the good bleach. I was just thinking of how it kind of reminds me of, remember that movie where they go to North Korea? It's, I think, Seth Rogen. It's a Seth Rogen film. They go to North Korea and they kill Kim Jong-un with ricin, I think. Could have been ricin. No, I don't think that's. I don't think that's how it happens. I actually don't know for how a fact, because that. Let's see what happened when JFK. There's a line. It's gonna be Pence. Pence will replace the president. And then after that, and I think he gets to choose a new VP. I'm thinking about the other historical cases where But I'm not sure about the election. That question I don't know. I guess it would still be like the Republican ticket. You would be voting for the Republican Party. And so it would probably be Pence. That's an interpretation of not even facts. it's an interpretation of like an opinion of what's called. Most likely something like that. I don't think, even if they did have a chance to make an interim pick, it would be smart to change out Pence for someone else. It's way too late in the game. I don't think he's gonna die, honestly. My guess is not gonna die. People are already making memes about his death, though. That's pretty interesting. I am so glad that everyone has given up the moral high ground. Very happy about this. Big W for humanity. Amazing. Big win. I guarantee you those same people will be like, oh, the temerity. I can't believe you're making jokes at a time like this. When someone they like dies. Or even gets close to dying. The temerity. I could see that happening. I don't know. I think it's fine to make jokes. Me personally. But I also wouldn't do that other thing. I think that's where the hypocrisy lies. How does this thing fucking work, man? This door. Fuck doors. All my homies hate doors. It comes out like from here somewhere. Circles around the form. Goes into the form. Comes out of the form again. And then sort of. That's a hard part. This part is also like fucked, but who cares? I got banned from another Discord for asking if traps are gay. Oh god. I hate the world now. It's so weird. It's so boring. I don't know. I don't want to go back, but I just don't really feel like. Yes. Yes. Right after this. It's so hard to get, like... some of these angles. I'm not sure here. Haven't even completed after thousands of streams. Yeah, sometimes images get like bogged down. There's too much for me to figure out, and I'm learning too much. Stuff that I didn't know how to do before, and then when everything is very new and very different than what I usually paint, stuff becomes really difficult to figure out. This painting in general is a difficult one. First, you know, scope. It's a whole ass fucking city. That's a lot of scope. And it's a character in a weird position and weird perspective. And plus it's a woman. Painting women hard. Why I gotta be the way it is, you know? So there's plenty of excuses, but yeah. The whales are always so... The kimono girl you did back then was quick. Which one? Maybe. I think that one took like... I mean, all of those paintings took way longer. But even then, like if you're considering like the scope of the painting, it's one figure in front of the camera versus, you know, a whole sci-fi city with a motorcycle and like all kinds of weird shit that I decided to attach on in there. It's kind of a lot. Kind of a lot. What's today? Today's still Sunday, right? I gotta go do a oil change tomorrow. Pretty overdue for an oil change. My wife has been driving the car most of the time, and she doesn't do the whole maintenance thing, so kind of need oil in the car. Kind of need that oil. So that's good. Get that done. Do some driving tomorrow. Ah, that spoiler, man. It's spoiling my image. Well, that and the mirror, or the window being weird. I'm not sure about that line. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I haven't really... I don't really go out unless, like, you know, for food. When my wife wants to go out, she has to drag me out. I sit home, exercise, paint right now. It's gonna get even worse when I have like a full-time stay-at-home job. Yeah, I'm just not feeling the top of the hood there. It's something like that, but it's not exactly. This ruins it. This kills the whole image. Maybe this has to bend more. Oh, about here now. Feels like there's something wrong with me for not having a desire to go out. But to be fair, there's COVID, so it's okay. Yeah. Better to stay in right now, honestly. I feel like we live in a society, you know? Society tells us that it's not good. That you're not going out, I think. Or your friends tell you it's not good. Doesn't really matter in the end, I think. I'm glad to have gone out more often when I was, in school. And, I had actually had people to go out with and stuff. That was different than now. Now it's like I'm more focused on my autistic paintings of space marines. We're so close to defeating COVID. We went from 10 cases to 280 cases. Wow. Yeah, schools, collectives, any sort of thing like that keeps you kind of in the spirit of things. I think I fumbled this part, and from there it just kind of got worse. Maybe if I just cut it down a little bit. That's a little better. And then the back part of it, the spoiler. Whatever. Sure, why not? And then oh my god, I don't want to paint this anymore. You gotta do what you gotta do. player. So I'm gonna screw with the face and her hamster cheeks again. The Genshin Impact game is pretty good. I've been playing a lot of it. It reminds me a lot of like Breath of the Wild, except there isn't any of the like distinct puzzle mechanics. You know, because like there's a lot of puzzle mechanics in Breath of the Wild, like all the powers. You can stop time. You can like, it's a lot of physics puzzles, a lot of interacting with the world. How's Genshin? Yes. Prescient. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. It's definitely like one of those games where it kind of gets very grindy very quickly. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to play it. But so far it's been pretty good. There's a lot of like weird bosses. Like they like stretch that content. They really stretch that content. So I'm not sure about this shape here. It's very high quality, like aesthetic wise. Like, it's got it's more than luxurious for an art style. Like, and some of the combat mechanics are very fluid. There's a lot of mix and match that you can do, and there's a lot of there's definitely a lot of stuff in there that's pretty good. That's, you know, like story based. But you know, if your core gameplay loop is boring, it's gonna get boring. I mean, that's something that can change, but yeah. It's definitely a fun game for at least a couple of days. Genshin has been pouring ads like Raid Shadow Legends. Interesting. I mean, it's a very popular game right now. I can tell you for like a fact that they're doing the good numbers. Oh. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay. Among Us is also literally everywhere. Yeah, I've seen a lot of like Twitch stuff on it. I mean, like Among Us probably has a much more interesting gameplay loop because it's it's multiplayer, so it's always gonna be interesting, and it's multiplayer competitive. Whereas Genshin is like has a co-op mode. I haven't even used it yet. I haven't needed to yet. It's all been pretty easy. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Every time I get my hands on it, so annoying. I don't know. It's probably... Why are there like 20 layers there? Whatever. Well, I mean, Sunday isn't even on like the schedule, so who knows? Some people actually use the schedule, and they'll actually like, come during the schedule. But like some days I just want to stream. I don't really want to be bogged down. It's okay. A little bit of quiet time will let me get some actual work done. Yeah, I try to stream around 12:1. Yeah. That's kind of like the time slot. I don't know. I feel like if I was doing something interesting, people would come watch. Right now, I'm like reworking the same image. I feel like people see it pop up and they're like, "Oh, that again, huh? Okay." That's okay. I mean, again, I'm just here to hang out while I paint. Art is a pretty boring subject to watch. Yeah, I would agree. It's more about like the personality of the artist. I think on Twitch it's that sort of performance art. Oh, right, I was doing this thing that really helped me. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Not everyone is an artist that wants to know fundies, and if it's interesting if a streamer teaches art. Yeah, I mean it's very niche. It's very niche. Very, very niche, and I don't know. I just do it as like an kind of like an off activity. Streaming itself is like kind of a fun little activity. It's not really about, I guess, being successful at it. I don't know. I don't think art is niche, but being in an industry or a student is very niche. I mean, like, art, period. Art as streaming is niche. Art, most people don't experience art in an artist drawing something. They consume it through, like, I don't know, an advertisement. Art itself is, you know, pretty popular. I think it's like a concept. But most people don't really care about, you know, art creation, artistry, that sort of thing. There's no interest in that. I feel like that's not a thing. And if there is interest, it's only at like the very, very top levels. So you know, someone like Carla Ortiz streaming. Even then, I don't think her streams really cover any sort of learning. I don't know. They're more like exhibition. So, which is fine. I mean, I don't do anything different. Jim who? Same problem again. Get really engrossed in these details, but they're not really all that important. Marvel comic artist. DC Batman. I think I've heard of Jim Lee before. This part doesn't read well. I'm gonna add a black line to it. This drawing is really good, but overall, good fundies. That doesn't even show up, really? Oh no. I'm trying to get deep into it and build form. It's like rendering, but I don't know. I'm starting from this side and then kind of moving over. Some days I just want to start this whole image over. Like today is one of those days. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get anything done today. I think today is gonna be a wasted stream. Um, come next time. You want to see some progress on this piece. Just a slight warning if you actually wanted to see something happen today. Gonna be experimenting a lot. So fair warning. Yeah, I'm just fiddling with these forms. Cheeks. Hmm. That experiment didn't work out for me. Hey, someone, thank you for the lemon. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Let's see. The one bad thing about this is I can't access everything that I want all the time. I don't really even need that much. I feel like I'm gonna need a third monitor soon. Trying very hard to patch her face up, but Likely what I'll do today is just kind of riff, and then tomorrow I'll get back to drawing more seriously. Today I just kind of want to experiment with her face shapes. I don't think it's a matter of just detailing it. I think I have to like redo quite a few of the forms. So I'm deciding what I could shave down. Hmm. So slow. My Let's say I got the forms right. Fine. Whatever. Can I just transfer them? And just shift the... Shift the original a little bit. What about this one? I think I had everything like mostly right there, and then Maybe. 6 hours later. Still no progress. Spent so much time developing this phase. Exploring a lot of like these bad avenues. I don't know. I'm super unhappy with it. shapes are so rough. Hey, hi, Beckons. What's up, dude? Oh, neat. Yeah, I'm just wrestling with this thing. So close, yet so far away. Yeah, I want this one to be over already. Even though what comes next is probably even worse. There's no exit. Extend. Extend. As much as possible. Oh, there's not much. There's not much I can do with this arm. There's probably not much I can do. Foreshortening is too much. If it was a robot arm, it wouldn't have to be anatomically correct. It'd still have to be correct shape-wise. It's my stupid ref for this arm. It would still have to be correct shape-wise. It's alright. Anyway, how's your emote going? Is it Pog? Good, good. Drawing a handsome Squidward emote. It's funny how SpongeBob has kind of remained relevant. SpongeBob memes still a very strong market. I don't know. Sundays are always like, man. Can I go back to sleep? I would like to return to sleep, please. Ah, God, what was that? Hello? First shot, please. You're only using 700 megabytes. This shouldn't be a problem. Oh, no, no. I put it on the wrong layer. This is what happens when you're not paying attention. Okay. Probably have to make her body all smaller. Make up for the fact that I've cut the head down considerably. This is how the neck gets bigger every time. Just forms today. Just forms. I think I want to bring in like a nice blue light here. Because otherwise, should be in darkness. Yeah, that I really do bring it into darkness. I think that edge is lost. Like completely lost. Like if Whew. Merge this down. Merge all that down into a backup layer, I think. I mean, it's definitely developing. I'm not sure. I feel like some of it is too much for me. Hopefully I can avoid another structure pass. Probably went into lighting too soon, and then all the problems kind of came. Still unsure. What I want to do with this shirt. Who are you voting for? Excuse me, that's a very personal question. I mean, I'm pretty open about it. I don't vote. I don't really care about politics. It's just not something I'm interested in. Same. Probably shouldn't be open about it. There's no, first of all, there's no sense of mystery. It's like a festival, I think, in America. Oh, I really like that red. I couldn't get to it. Every time I tried to figure out what this red was, just save it as a swatch in case I ever need it. By the way, I see people doing this thing where they put like colors. Uh-oh. Did saving the swatches kill Photoshop? I think it did. Stop. Stop, Photoshop. Stop. Whatever. Can't make a swatch then, I guess. But yeah. How are they getting that? My only thing that I'm like excited about is like the Twitter banter. Really? There are a lot of spicy memes right now. Very spicy memes. How are they gonna do the debates now? Are they gonna do them? I'm excited to see libheads explode if Trump gets in again. I don't know. I guess it would be funny to have a couple more of those clips, but there's so many of them now. Like the woman in the green jacket. No. Need some sort of like leather texture. Leather texture. I think the fall off would be around here, so 2040. I don't know. I feel like more than likely it's gonna be the opposite. The way it usually works is in capitalism, you know, whoever has corporate power wins. And it seems like corporate has hedged for like a populist movement type of deal. Every single one of them seems to hedge for that. So that's who's really winning. Like, make no mistake. The year is 2040, after the first corporate war. Elon Musk presides as the president. Corporations have made their own nation states. Yeah, maybe. I could see it happening. I don't know. It's I think Chomsky is basically right. The government is just a shadow cast by those in power. It's like a platonic shadow. You can't actually experience it. What's casting it, rather? What is the real world, you know? Um, it's time for your 4 o'clock face redrawing time. Yes, honey. Sure, why not? I mean, it reads better. It reads better. Ah! God damn, I have like this big zit. Ah! That I just popped. Oh my god, it's huge. Huge. One of the biggest. That was painful. I don't know. Today is like has been much more productive than I thought, so that's good. I figured I would get nothing done today. Not even a little bit. Figured it would be just rollback. Rollback Sunday is what they call it. Roll back Sunday. Rolling back now. So at least I have some sort of base to keep going forward. Likely, I'm gonna have to shave the hair down. It's like absolutely no way. There is absolutely no way. I'll make a new layer. There is just no way. I'm gonna be able to keep all of it. I'm not sure what exactly I'm gonna do with all of it. I just know that most of it has to go. Hey, Pinacho, what's up, dude? How's your Sunday going? I am in a struggle snuggle. Struggle snuggle. Maybe a little bit more here. Just so the shape isn't, like, totally broken. Okay. Spent all day on miscellaneous things, you know, fixing the face, the forms here and there. So yeah, kind of a slow Sunday. As long as it's not a rollback Sunday, then I'm good. I'm okay. You know, rollback Sunday is the worst thing. Some days I come in and I just... Yeah, so I'm gonna just do a bunch of shit that I'm gonna race in a couple of minutes. For like 4 hours. It's almost a meme now at this point. I feel like it's... I think I've done it so many times. Yeah, a little bit of progress. A little bit of progress here and there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Probably the best way to do it, honestly. I would rather, you know, make very, very tiny strides forward. Just, you know, inching forward. Snail's pace. Some salad level of movement. Okay. Okay, that's some of the hair. Probably hit this with the light a little bit of light there. Just a tiny bit. I'm gonna make it diffuse. Ah! Sorry, I just keep pinching myself. I can't stop. Once you pop, you just can't stop, you know? Oh, hey, some salad. What's up, dude? How's it going? I didn't know you were actually there. I just I saw the what's called the stream avatar, and I was like, that robot snail, that's literally me right now. I feel as if I am metaphysically one with the snail. But yeah, how's your art day going? What is the matter? Lurking, trying to paint, failing. Oh my god. Same. Ugh. I don't know. Some days you wake up and you're just like not all there or something. I totally get it. Some days are just, you can't always perform. It's just how it works, It's like rolling the dice. Sometimes you get the sixes. Sometimes you get the ones. Just gonna have to roll with the punches, my guy. That's how it's gonna be. As I say that, rolling. Currently rolling. A lot of rolling going on right now for my side of things. A lot of rolling. Oh. Eh.
Be prepared to enter a world stranger than you have ever imagined. The world of
Witchcraft. So sick of an anime. Same. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. I will eventually make very sexy hands for her. Someday. Some of these, like, hair shapes, I don't know where I got them. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Some of them are very nice. I like them. Because all the references I have seem to be, like, not windy. Not nearly windy enough. Oh, what? What's on this layer? I mean, that's okay. I'll keep that. Do I have anything on this one too? Or did I lock it like a good boy? Yeah, I did. Locked it. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah, some days, man. Some days it's gonna just be rough. You gotta stick with it. That's the only thing I can tell you. There's no magic cure-all for it. It'll keep happening to you till the end of time. Just gotta power through, man. You can take breaks, but breaks are dangerous. I prefer not to take breaks. Cause I have to like trick my brain into wanting to draw again. Hey, why don't we just start with some Scott Robertson studies, you know? You don't have to do that painting you're struggling with. You don't have to do any of that. That's, we're not gonna do that. I promise. And then like once you start drawing, and you're just like, oh, I guess we could take a look at that painting now. I don't know. At least that's how it works for me. I trick myself with the, yeah, let's just draw for a little bit. You know, that'll be fun. Imagine actually having an internal monologue like that. Looks like I'm dropping frames. Is it dropping frames for you guys? I don't know. Looks like the thing is blinking like all kinds of colors. I have this little blinking red square. It goes from like all the colors. What kind of tablet do I have? I have an old one. I have a really old Intuos Intuos 5. They used to call it. I think they've rebranded it several times, and now it's called the Intuos Pro. But what I have doesn't even really look exactly like the one that's on the site, so I think saying that confuses people. I thought it would be very good because it had touch features. I honestly haven't used those. There is another thing to it that I don't use that's really cool. It's able to do tilt. So if you actually had one of these brushes, I don't have any of those brushes. Let me see, maybe in my big set of stuff that I don't really use, but in case I ever run out of brushes, you know, I always know where to get them. Let me see if I can find one brush like that. There's like 3D brushes. I can't find one right now. I don't want to load a new brush set. 3D brushes from like Photoshop that originally came with it, that I think most tablets don't have like the tilt. Mine has the tilt, but I don't use it. I feel like it's screws me up more than anything else. The touch screws me up. So I don't know. I think their best model, their best success was the Intuos 3. Big fan. I still have mine somewhere, I think. Either that or it's in my old house. It's in my old house. Wake Up makes the best tablets. I'm glad I didn't try anything else, or because I was at the time I didn't even have a choice. At the time I went to like conceptart.org and they told me, hey, just get an Intuos 3. And at that time that was the newest, hottest tablet. And I got one. And I was, you know, that's it. You know, that's the one tablet I'm gonna use for like the rest of my life. And then I saw the one with touch and I bought it, but the other one still works. I just like this one because it's, I don't know why I like this one, actually. It's a good question. But yeah. I'm glad the frames seem fine. I've had a lot of bad stream problems lately, so you know. It's the little things. It's always the little things that brighten my day. Stream is working? Oh my god! Pog! Sorry. You got a little too excited there. Ooh. Lancini, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. How's your art Sunday going? I kind of want to like combine how Rangia does lighting on hair with how I'm doing. I don't know if I... God, because when I zoom in, I see the details and I'm like, how come when I do that, it like screws everything up instead of making it good? I have to keep everything like very big stroked, otherwise it looks really weird. I want to like... I don't have enough light like that, I feel like. His light is like white. Yeah, I feel like anytime I'm zooming in, I'm actually like ruining the painting, and then like that's why I did this thing. I have this second one where if I zoom in, I'm still looking here. Well, I'm looking here and then I'm looking there, but you get the point. I think like you have to be very, very good. You have an understanding of form that's like super high level to do details like that. Whenever I do it, whenever I say, okay, well look, clearly there's no like shape like that. Instead, it's more like this, and I'll prove it to you by like making like small strokes of this type. You almost can't see it, but I did a whole stroke. It's like this dissolved look, or maybe not dissolved, but something close to that. Maybe dissolved and then blurred type of look. Oh, when I put it in, this looks funny. Doesn't look right. Because not all of it, I guess, is like that. That's like the whole thing is his details are like that everywhere. So there's no point where it's different level of detail. And to do that, I think you have to understand like form at such a high level that you don't screw up your forms when you start doing details. That shouldn't be that hard, but for some reason it is for me. I don't know what it is. That's why I have to have like a second one to zoom in. If I want to zoom in, I got it. I'm always like every stroke counts, and I look through the other painting to do it. But yeah, he gets really in depth with his like his hair. Like you could see almost every strand. If you took the high res version, you literally can see every strand. This is a more low res, but like you could literally see every strand. And it's like, how do I do that? What do I do with the fingers? That's like doing that, you know? I don't know if he sits there and he does every single one of them, but I'm very like, one of these days I'm going to just sit down and just copy pixel for pixel one of these Rangia paintings. Maybe soon, actually. Maybe soon. I always like to use it as like a reference for level of detail, even though I've never actually hit that level of detail. It's always like kind of just there to spur me forward. Do that, you know? Yeah. Sunday. I'm thinking about starting like a journal next to my bed for like the 2 times a year that I dream, because that was some weird shit. I was entertained by my dream today, but I've forgotten most of it now. All I can remember are like glimpses into some sort of war-torn nation living on a spaceship. Host, like, totally, like, far-flung into the future. Not even, like, no frame of reference whatsoever. I can't even describe it. It's so different. Like, I don't even know. That's probably why I can't remember it so well. I can't even relate to it. It's a whole bunch of, like, words and objects that are just never really even seen before. I don't even know how I came up with them. I used to keep a dream journal. It used to help induce I used to use, God, reading is hard. I used it to help induce lucid dreaming. Does that work? I don't think I've ever. Anytime I achieve like some level of control in a dream, I wake up. But I don't dream enough for it to. For me to do any sort of like experimentation. Like, even gaining the realization that I'm dreaming, like I've done this a couple times. I'm like, the phrase I literally thought before I woke up was, "This is a dream. I should be able to fly," and then everything just collapses. Like the whole of reality, just kind of like, yep, he shut it down. Shut it down. He's figured it out. You know. It's weird. Could be a good opportunity for medals there, maybe. Journal helped me remember my dreams a lot more often and clearly. I do wanna remember some of those things that I've dreamt. Been watching some Kren stuff and it's good. As in, like, he streams? Kren's Kush art? Interesting. There's a lot of like really famous artists to stream. It's kind of dope. Kind of dope, man. I know Chinese, but he has a gun robe for the English sub. Yeah, can you like sit next to me and watch like a Rungia stream? I know he streams sometimes, but like in only on because I really want to know what he's saying. But like, yeah, there's just absolutely no way. Rangia knows how to speak basic English. Every time I've watched like one of the videos, it's all been like 100% Japanese or Chinese, as far as I could tell. I mean, I'm always like, you know, it's like 6-hour videos, so. Or I think China Painting had him on once, and I don't remember if he spoke English. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But yeah, the ones that are available on like YouTube, you can still get some of those. Yeah, see, every time I do like a small details, they always like bite me. Because I break up the form in the wrong way. Saw an interesting Krenz video where he's using posterize adjust layers. I think it was posterize. I've never even... Posterize. What does it do? Oh my god! It did nothing to the photo. Oh, well, I mean, the photo is on a different layer. Okay. What is that? I think it reduces the colors to... This is good. I like this. You can barely see what's going on. I like this a lot. This is what I see, kind of. That's kind of neat for like the background. I really like that sort of effect. Hold on. Let me minimize this for a second here. That's pretty neat. No. Hold on. Is this layer like 10% on or something? Hold on. I think like one of the layers like at super low opacity or something. Hold on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I've been used to it for so long and then I saw the levels change. Some of this is kind of neat. Hold on. Let me Yeah, sure, why not? Let's for the yeah, exactly. For the I like what it does like here. Like even if I can't like take it, I would like to like maybe I would like to have this. It looks different. Not all of it is useful, I think. But some of it could be made into like really cool like mixer brush shapes. I think it could be pretty cool. I mean, it's already mixer brush. That's like the only problem is that it might start. Posterize really screws with my eyes. Whoa, that's weird. It's not a posterized layer though, not anymore. I made it, what's it called? I made it a real layer. Just so I can like take parts of it out. Oh god. I hate when Photoshop gets stuck. It just adds like weird colors. I kind of like the look of it, I'll be honest. Super sci-fi. It kind of breaks my value structure though, which is worrisome, but I think you can make it work. Or just pop in some of the older. So I kind of want to keep the background like desaturated though. So I mean, it definitely like hyper saturates and hyper like what's it called? Because this red, let me see, for instance, this red, it's like here. This would be saturated. I want to keep it like here-ish, and that's the foreground. That's the most saturated. Ideally, it all stays like way back the heck over there. These colors are way more saturated than mine. It's interesting. I would like to play around with it actually. I've never even seen it before. What is copium? Oh, I still have that shit. That's like for any like day that I'm just coping when. That's my avatar. That's my that's me on Copium. When I'm arguing with someone though, this is me. Literally me right there But yeah, I totally forgot I still had that image there. Thanks for reminding me. I mean, it's an interesting little method. I like the what's it called. I'm not sure how it can help me do anything, but other than like creating all those cool what's it called, all those cool textures out of the stuff I made. I'm thinking of cranking the levels probably. Crank that levels. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe if only to take down the output levels. I feel like I'll do it in post. This is not important now. I just wanted to screw around with it because the posterize really like shocked my eyes. I was looking at it, I was like, I thought I was way darker. I thought I was way darker than it is. It's interesting. I thought oh, right, because I moved the mid ground. I don't know. Real men use curves. Every time I use it, it just looks weird. It doesn't allow me like the fine control. Like, I understand what I'm doing, but oh my, like it doesn't, like even touching it fucks with it so much that I just like don't even want to touch it, man. I hate curves. I understand what it does now, but like, whoa, this is perfect. I love this. I mean, this looks good. See, it means the values are kind of working because the face is still good. I think it's even actually better than mine. Like the shapes, they're more grouped together, so the face actually reads better. My values are good, but the colors are muddy, I guess. That's what you could kind of get from that. I don't know. I don't like curves. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I do like me some levels. But even then, like, if I have to screw around with the levels a lot, that means that I did my job wrong. Badly. So. Usually that's what happens if you have to screw around so much in post. Usually means that you didn't do quite as good of a job with the overall value. I guess what do you call it? Value selection. Yeah. I used to play around and post a lot more. Now I think I get more of what I want usually before I have to put it into posts. Yeah, I mean, usually I just create a simple S curve. Yeah, I think most people do. Yeah, they just lift it and they do that thing. They bring it down and I don't know, man. It's way less intuitive. How did you manage to have 170 layers? I kept like making like weird experiments, then deleting them, then making more experiments, then deleting them, then making like when it's a potato like this, I've had a lot of bad paintings that you have to like nurture and love, and then eventually they get to something, right? But it's still turd polishing, right? You're putting in all that love, and you could have just, done something a little bit better from the start, and then you wouldn't have had all these problems. When I do polish the turd, I usually end up with something good, because I sacrifice most of the turd and I replace it with newer turds, better smelling ones, and that's how you get 170 layers. You do something like that, and then it's not like it's mostly like backup layers. I actually don't know how it shot up that high. Oh, you know what it was? I imported about, I don't know, 30 or 40 references into this. So at least that much is like literally layers that have like weird different types of references. I did get a lot of references for this one. And then I also got all kinds of in that number, I also got like different things that I could sample, and different things that I mean, this one is like a very, very, very big one. It's coming out though. Just a couple more and then yeah. Just a couple more pushes. This baby's coming out. Sometimes paintings get like that. It's unfortunate, but you can't really do anything about it. Either that or I have to abandon it. And I've got sunken costs at this point. It's much more fun when it's like the last one I did was like 7 hours, and it's, it had no face, and it was like better somehow. Sometimes you get a critical hit, man. You can't really do much about that. It's just gonna happen. The average art skill that, your average output is still gonna be like not close to that, unfortunately. It looks like this. Your skill goes up. Well, okay, how about for me it's probably like this. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, it's literally exponential. But as you're going up, this is like an integral of that graph, and instead it's more like, I'm a little closer. Ups and downs, like a real stock market graph. And sometimes you'll hit a big one, and you'll feel really good, and you're gonna be like, yeah, now it's all over. It's over for them hoes. I'm gonna be the best. And then the next day it's like, I can't draw. Why can't I draw? So that's how it is. That's how it is to be an artist. Yeah. Art is fun, and it makes you feel, For some people, that's kind of like, it makes you feel good. for me, and I think many others, it makes us feel enraged and just, full of contempt. And that's a good feeling too, The negative feelings are good too. That's how you know you're alive, when you're absolutely ass blasted. That is when I'm the most alive. So, yeah, be ass blasted more. What is the good life, To be absolutely ass blasted. And you can see more mistakes if you're old. More mistakes in your old art. It means you've improved. Probably in. I'm gonna guess it's in. Like when I see my 2B pieces, I cringe hard because of the shitty anatomy. Yeah, I feel like it's good. It's good that you're improving, and it's good in general. If you feel if you feel the shame, you see, shame is good. People keep telling me you got to stop shaming people, but shame is good. It tells you that something is wrong. Shame is good. It's like an integral part of you. Now, there's always like the pathological shame. I'm not talking about that, but the initial shame, that's good. Healthy shame, a healthy dose of shame. Ethical shame, yeah, just stick ethical on the back of anything you want to say and it becomes ethical. Presto. I've seen a lot of people try this little maneuver online. It's the ethical version of that. I don't know. Ethical genocide. Yes, in the context of, when it's ethical, I'm not talking about genocide. I'm talking about just ethical genocide. The signifier presupposes, that it's ethical. So what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, I've seen people try this. A lot of they're online. It's like almost like a job now. You can be an online demagogue. Find that fascinating. I really do. I find the way that things have changed. That you have, as a possible like job that you could have. It's amazing. I love it. I think it's really cool. It's strange, modernity is strange. I think we always have to care about what someone else thinks. There's no escaping that. You realize yourself in the other, something like that, some kind of nonsense from Herbert Mead. Society is a mirror to yourself. You see yourself through it. Kind of neat. And so I guess it was inevitable for us to have like people on YouTube telling us like what to think and believe. It was inevitable. There's good ones. I'm a big fan of Awaken with JP. He's very funny. If you have the chance, you should check him out. He's a demagogue, and he's probably like a demagogue. It's a harsh way of putting it, but he makes funny videos, and it's propaganda. But I love it, so it's good. That's how it works, right? If you like something and it affirms your already deeply held beliefs, then it's good, right? I don't know. It's strange. Modernity is strange. I like it. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, right, yeah, the hair. The hair. Let me see. Did I do anything today? I think one of my keys is stuck. I think it was just these layers. Is it this one too? Oh god. Yeah, I did something. I did something. Not too much, but I think I did a little bit of work. I gave her a black eye. I feel like that's, you know, what more can you? Why is this so dark? What more could you ask for? I'll probably screw with that, but it does look like I accidentally gave her a black eye. Likely I will screw around with how that form works, but yeah. But yeah. A productive Sunday, you know? That's always good. Sometimes I just like to veg out. I don't know if you guys do this. I just sit on the floor and just don't do anything. Is that normal? I don't even know what normal is anymore. But yeah. Sometimes I just veg out and I just think and loathe. The loathing is like the worst part of it because I always think, oh, I should be drawing right now. It would be really good if I drew something right now. And as, you know, the time keeps ticking and I'm not drawing, the feeling kind of subsides and I enter kind of a more relaxed state of it was inevitable. Accept the inevitability. I don't know. I feel like I'm really strange. But not in a cool, quirky type of way. That you could monetize and sell on the internet. The other kind of strange. That's funny, I think. But I like this posterized thing. I think it's very neat. It almost kind of gives it, like, if I added, like, a noise layer, it could be, like, a really bad... Whoa, what happened to the screen? Whoa. What happened? Okay, I think I can't do that. If you added, like, a noise layer... to this thing... Oh, whoops, wrong one. I 3%, 5% Gaussian. Yeah, when you do that, it kind of makes it almost seem like a weird photograph texture. And then you just set this to like 2%. You leave it in, and you pretend like you achieve that somehow. I don't know. It does add some kind of character to it. If I'm doing that, then I have to make the noise more, because then some people add the noise layer on top. I've seen a lot of like concept art with it. Oh, that at like 12. And then put it on like 30% or something. It's kind of a neat thing to do at the end. So I'm not gonna do it now, but maybe I'll add it later. Cause like a lot of the lines are still in it, and then you're putting a noise on the almost like pen line, and it doesn't work. But if the values were all clear and grouped up, I think this would work pretty well. As a neat little effect. Yeah, I'll keep it around for now. And then we'll see what's on this layer. Oh. Neat. Merge that down as well. Gosh, there's like a lot of you here. I'm actually gonna pop off. Can anyone have someone that I could host that's actually doing some artwork? Actually artwork. No no sculptures, please. Those aren't artists. And no photographers. I don't know, isn't it strange that we don't view those people as artists sometimes? Especially no musicians. Directory. Did you know someone has Browse as an account? Like I keep going here. I keep going to his Twitch. He has 71 followers. Absolutely insane. Host maybe a one viewer streamer. I would do that. Pick one. Uh-oh. My Cherie kitten. All of my Twitch. All the people I watch on Twitch. Let me see. Yeah, check out Cherie kitten. She does weird. Oh my god, that's terrible. I checked her out as a meme, and now it's forever branded into my persona. Directory. Yeah, let's host someone. Let's make their Sunday. Genshin Impact is doing really good. Genshin Impact is doing really good. Where's creative? Oh, it's art now. I forgot. Let's host Bob Ross. Maybe Bob Ross will host me back. Let's see. So, what are we gonna do? We're gonna slow load a high, right? And then this guy looks like he's doing something interesting. We scroll a little bit. Scroll a little bit. That looks kind of neat, actually. If no one has any favorites, I'm gonna host this guy. No VTubers also. VTubers banned. Yeah, I think that's good enough. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh. Okay. Okay. Did it work? Is it working? I think it worked. All right, thank you guys for coming.